everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Apologies for the mini hiatus last week. I was actually away in the Alps skiing. I spend more time in the Alps now than I ever have before, but actually I used to ski loads and I love it as a sport, but I haven't been in years and years. So it was really great to go back and have a bit of a holiday. I was calling it active recovery, although I'm not sure how much recovery it was. It was definitely very active. And I got a little bit of running done out there. We were actually staying at 1800 meters, so I'm gonna count that as altitude training. I'm not sure it does count, but I got in a couple of runs when I was out there. One actually on the piste before they opened in the morning, and then one on the treadmill as well, and then have been doing like little bits and bobs since coming back as well. But it definitely wasn't your usual training week. I was doing like 6 hours of skiing a day and not very much running at all. But you see people doing that all the time when they're doing things like cross-country skiing, but of course downhill skiing is just sort of going with gravity. So I'm not actually sure it really counts as like proper exercise, but let me tell you, my legs hurt at the end of every day, so I'm gonna count it as a little bit of exercise for sure. But now that I'm back, I'm getting back into training. I've had 1 week of deload and then lots of weeks of big training before then. Unfortunately, recently I've been having a couple of, I don't really know how to explain it, like health issues, health worries that I've been a little bit concerned about. So I've been taking it a bit easier with training recently, and it's kind of unfortunate because really at this point in my training I should be feeling strong, I should be looking forward to the bigger weeks, I should have been feeling really fresh from my deload week that I had literally just last week. But instead, so let me explain. So I have a Whoop here, right? And I don't use my Whoop for everything. I obviously listen to my body, but my Whoop has been telling me steadily I've been getting fitter and fitter and fitter, and things like my resting heart rate have gone down, things like my heart rate variability have gone up, and this is sort of to be expected when I'm getting fitter. But unfortunately, recently, everything has just been plummeting. This is a little bit concerning for me because obviously there's such thing as overtraining, and obviously you don't want to be overdoing it on the training without getting sufficient rest. But I've been getting lots of rest recently, and I've been upping the amount of rest days I have, decreasing my long runs, all this kind of stuff to try and help my body recover, and I just haven't been able to, and it's a little bit concerning because it's definitely been affecting my training, it's definitely been affecting my mood, and I feel tired all the time, which is not great. If someone else said this, I'd say it sounds like a symptom of overtraining, but I've had 2 weeks now where I've been sort of trying to tone it down a little bit, you know, get back on my feet, and I just haven't been able to. In a way, it's a good thing because previous training cycles, it's usually an injury that stops me, and the fact that I've managed to get to the point that I'm sort of like on the verge of potentially overtraining without actually injuring myself, I mean, that's progress in that sense. On the other sense, of course, overtraining is never a good thing. If that is the case for me, then I'm taking it really, really seriously, and I just need to get it sorted. Having said that, I'm not sure that's the issue. So I have had bloods done, my bloods came back perfect. I'm having an ECG done because I've got a heart murmur, but I always have. I just need to check that all is good with that. So loads of different health things going on, and I'm just trying to take it really seriously because you don't want to mess with your health. Your health is all you have. I want to be running long into my 50s, 60s. So it's really important to me that I don't continue training at the expense of my long-term health. But also because I don't know if there's anything wrong, I'm finding it very difficult to know how much rest I should be taking versus how much training I should be doing, because if all is well and all I need is a super good night's sleep and some extra ice cream, then I can't really afford to take off a couple of extra weeks and then try and do 100k off the back of that, because as you probably know, that is what I'm currently training for. It's a little bit difficult to balance all of that, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks I will start to get some answers and be able to fix whatever it is and just get back to training as I kind of need to if I'm going to be able to do this race. In the meantime, I'm going to go into each session with an open mind and make sure that I'm listening to my body as I always do, and not overdoing it on any individual session, but also in my training in general. And unfortunately I am coming up to like the peak weeks of my training, starting with this week, which is 70 kilometers kilometers going up to, I don't know, like 90k for a week and then back down again before I race, which is huge for me. Like, I've never done a training week like that. I've done racing weeks like that and they, you know, destroy me, and I managed to get some time off afterwards, but I've never actually done training weeks like that. So it's a little bit of the unknown, and I really hate being in limbo, not quite understanding what I should do. Like I said, I think the most important thing at this stage is to err on the side of caution, listen to my body, blah, blah, blah. Everything that I preach to you guys, I will be doing myself, and fingers crossed all will be sorted, and I will just keep you guys updated with all of it, and hopefully I'll be able to do the 100k at the end of it. And if I can, I think that will be something to be very, very proud of, because I've never really been in this position before. I've been here with injuries and dealt with them, because once you know what's wrong with you, you kind of know how to fix it, and it's a case of like either you do rest or you train or you do your physio, whatever, there's always something to do. But at this stage, like, I don't know, so we will see. But yeah, hopefully that'll get sorted soon, and in the meantime I'll just be continuing what I have always been doing, which is training, but not at the expense of everything else. Without further ado, I'm now heading out to do a hill session, which is on my Runna app plan. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a go. By the way, if you guys want 2 weeks free at Runna app to test out the training plans, you can use the code Flora and it will give you 2 weeks to kind of just have a poodle, see if they are for you. They do everything from like couch to 5k to half marathon training, and all the way up to 250k multi-day ultra marathons. I personally think their road stuff is the best. I'm kind of testing out their trail like 100k program as like a proof of concept thing, and I'm giving them loads of feedback as well about like the length of the long runs and all that kind of stuff. But so far so good. I think it is a really decent thing and a good alternative for a coach if you can't afford a coach, which of course lots of people can't. So yeah, I'm about to head out to my hill session. It is a beautiful day outside and I'm so excited to be able to get out and actually kind of try and enjoy a run for the first time in a while. Yeah, really, really sunny and lovely, and that always lifts my mood. So yeah, we'll bring you with me and fingers crossed it will all go well. So I'll see you outside.
Alrighty, so today's session is longer hill repeats, 9.2k, 55 minutes to 1 hour 5. Ugh, horrible. Then it's 2.5k warm up. I'm doing this inside, by the way, because my hands are freezing even though I'm in the porch of our house, and that is how cold it is outside. So 2.5k warm up while jogging to base of hill, then 7 reps of 90 seconds running hard uphill, 30 seconds walking rest, easy jog back down. That's nice that they put in the 30 seconds walking rest, because to be honest, I'm going to need that. Usually what I do is I just run uphill and then jog back down, and I don't have this, so I'm very excited for that. And then 2.5k cool down. And then you get a little thing saying, these hill reps are fairly long, so don't start off at 100%. Do your best to work hard throughout the rep without slowing down before the end. Ugh.
This is making me nervous, but hopefully it'll be fine. Like I said, I quite like hill reps. I think they are okay and they are sort of over before you know it. But I reckon since I haven't done any hard running in 2 weeks, I'm gonna know it before it's over, sadly. But like I said, it's a beautifully sunny day outside and I'm really excited to get out there and just give it a go. And I'm gonna do as many as I can without feeling horrible.
Warm up, feeling alright so far. Listening to Anna McNuff and her Pants of Perspective book. Still, it's very good. Yeah, I feel a bit sluggish, but to be honest, like, I haven't done any sort of strenuous running at all, so not that surprised. It's a surprisingly hilly warm up. But now I'm heading to the hill where I gotta do my hill sprints. Wish me luck. So, made it to the base of the hill. It's boiling. I mean, it's not boiling, it's like 2 degrees. But I am I mean, I'm wearing so many layers. Beautifully sunny, 18 minutes of warm up done. And now time to run up that hill. It's a bit wiggly windy, but I like it because it starts off quite steep, so you put in all the effort at the beginning and then you can sort of push all the way over the top until you get to 90 seconds, which is longer than my usual hill sprints. I usually do between like 30 and 60. So 90 is a fun surprise and we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you updated. 1 done, 6 to go. Let's go. Done, 4 to go. Woo! Nice. Heart rate's looking really good for the jog back down. 139. Nice. I was so worried it was gonna be awful, but yeah, below 140 is banging for this recovery jog. Then it gets really high when I go up, but coming back down again, which is great. It's not done that for weeks. Whew. 4 done, 3 to go. All right, let's go. 5 done, 2 to go. Starting to feel it now. Woo! Oh, Christ. All right, last 2, let's go. My last downhill recovery, I'm just thinking how other vloggers do all this beautiful cinematography where they like put their camera somewhere and then like run past a million times, and I'm just so lazy. I'm not doing any extra running that I don't absolutely have to do. So I'm afraid you're coming with me. You don't get to see me run, you just get to be held in my hand. Right, last one, let's go. Okay. Oh, that was horrible. Whew. 5.5 kilometers of hill sprints, 2.5k warm up. Now time for cool down. I'm bloody boiling. It's not -12, that's for sure.
Who is it? Is it a baby? Is it a deer? You strange dog. You are so strange. Session done. That has left me feeling cautiously optimistic about this week's training. God, I still feel like I'm very pink. I've literally just got back. So let's have a look at this week's training. I think I've mentioned this loads of times, but for those of you who don't know, I'm using the Runna app. It creates like a training plan based on your current level and your goals. So mine says here, 8 weeks until your ultramarathon, plan overview, Flora Lakes Traverse 100k plan, week 9, starting February the 6th, that is today. 70 kilometers total distance. I don't think I'm gonna run 70 kilometers this week. I think that would be foolish, but I'm gonna do my best. So today is hills, 9.2 kilometers. And then tomorrow we got a leg day and then an easy run. Wednesday we have another gym session and a tempo session. I think I'm going to miss the gym session and just do the tempo session and see how I feel. Thursday we've got another easy run, and then Saturday it wants me to do a marathon. I did originally have a race in for Saturday, which is a marathon distance down in Lulworth, but I think I'm going to drop the distance to do the half marathon and then run again the next day and see how I feel. With most things, I'm not averse to a little bit of pain and discomfort, but when it comes to heart health and all things surrounding vital organs, I am much more inclined to take it quite seriously. Because of that, I'm still gonna race, but I'm not gonna race, you know what I mean? I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna do my best, I'm gonna reduce the distance and take it at a plod, because this is a training run. It is not a race, and I know I always say that, but in this case I'm actually being quite serious because I really don't want to have any long-lasting issues when it comes to my heart. That's this week. I am absolutely gonna take it on feel and not push my body to do 70k, because I know I could do a 70k week. I know I could, and there's no point doing it and then not being able to do next week's training or the week after that or the actual race that I'm training for. So yeah, I'm gonna take it quite sensible and see how it goes. But today has left me feeling cautiously optimistic. I did feel a little bit sluggish, but that could well be due to the fact that I've just not done a session in 2 weeks, and your legs get out of practice and your lungs get out of practice, but my body felt like it was recovering really well on the downhills. I've ended feeling not like I need to collapse on the sofa, which is great, because I did a run, I don't know, like 2-3 weeks ago, and I got back. This is not normal for me, right? But recently it kind of has been. I got back from the run and I literally couldn't even make it into the kitchen to grab a glass of water. I had to go into the sitting room and like collapse on the sofa, just like that, and I had a little nap, and that was lovely. And then I could go to the kitchen and have some water. But that is not normal. You should not be like that. Certainly not after every run. You know, maybe occasionally, hormonally, you're absolutely exhausted and you have to take time like that, but I'm quite keen not to promote a lifestyle or a training plan that leaves you feeling like you can't walk later in the day that you've just done a session. I just don't think that is a good thing to promote. So anyway, that's enough from me. This is a bit of a strange vlog because I usually just go running and then I'm all happy and then that's that. But this one I feel a little bit in limbo, like, because I don't really know what's going on and I don't really feel like I can hide it because it's quite obvious that I'm not training properly, and also I don't really know what to tell you because I don't know what's going on myself. So a little bit in limbo, but I will definitely keep you guys updated. Also, thank you to Whoop. I am an ambassador of theirs and I cannot recommend this more. Honestly, like, in terms of me going to the doctors and all that kind of stuff, this was the reason that I ended up going, because I wasn't seeing any improvements on there, and I would have just thought that I was being a little bit like sensitive and a bit of a pansy, but actually like everything was a little bit off and I could see the stats, which was super helpful, and I definitely pay attention to it. I don't pay attention to it more than I pay attention to my body, but the two things in combination have been really helpful for me recently. So if you do want to check out Whoop for your training, I will link down below. You can get a discount. Check them out because they are really good. I do use it alongside my training watch as well. I find both of them useful. Training watches for training, my Whoop is for like everyday life and recovery and understanding a little bit more about my body and how it is recovering from the sessions that I'm doing. Thanks to Whoop for helping me and making sure that I don't die. Very helpful. So that is it for this week's vlog. If you did enjoy it, please do give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. I will be just sitting at my desk for the rest of the day and doing admin, but of course I'll be taking you along to my next big run, which is this weekend's run down in Lulworth, which I'm super duper excited about, and fingers crossed we will have beautiful weather like we have today, because it is such a gorgeous route and I'm so excited. So that is it, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!